Most people wake up from a nightmare with a bolt or gasping. I wake up paralyzed. I have one recurring nightmare ever since I was 16. I forget a lot of things that happened my junior year, but only one of them visits me in my dreams. I can feel it, as if it is truly happening. My body fights to get away, to wake up, but I never can. Not until it is all over. Every time it happens, I feel his hands tighten around my throat and I struggle to get free. Every time I feel his unwelcome touch, I can't forget him and I'm afraid that I never will. I fear that it is a story that I will have to share with many, out of trust, but also fear. I know that someday I will have to tell my daughter and my son, that way I can warn them and they won't think I'm a paranoid mother that read it in a tabloid. I thought he cared for me. He protected me from the predatory gaze of a shift manager. Little did I know he was the scavenger. He took advantage of me at my weakest time. I don't remember what I was thinking when he kissed me. Something in me screamed to run. I thought I was just nervous, but it was more than that. I was terrified of him. The night the assault started, I said no, more times than I could count. He wouldn't let me go until he was officially tired of fighting me at 2 a.m. I got home that night and was instantly accused of drinking, drugs, and sex. I didn't know how to tell my parents that their baby girl was being used against her will. I will never forget, though, how my father saved me. He still doesn't know what he did, but I will always be thankful for it. That day, my so-called boyfriend had coerced me to go to my family farm, where there was no one for miles. I was shaking the whole ride, trying to find some way out of it, but there was none. Everything between the car and the camper was vivid, like something out of a horror movie just before the victim dies. The only thing that I dare to remember in that camper is my yelling, the sound of a diesel truck, him swearing under his breath, and looking out the window to see my father with a gun holster on his side. It was the first time I felt safe around my boyfriend, like he couldn't hurt me. It was also the day that I knew I needed out of that relationship. I just didn't know how. It was spring, so prom wasn't too far away. Since my boyfriend didn't go to my school, he had to fill out paperwork and meet with the principal. My counselor always checked on me, knowing about my anxiety and who I was dating. She always asked me if I felt safe with him and if I was all right. It wasn't until after that day at the farm that I told her I was scared. I remember crying uncontrollably in her office, not sure what to do. The meeting with the principal was that afternoon and I was scared to face him, but something happened that I will never forget as well. My principal, a man that I talked bad about throughout high school, took the fall for me. He rejected my boyfriend from going to prom. That way I would have some leeway to break up with him. That evening I called my best friend Addie and her boyfriend Tristan, crying about how I needed to break up with him. Addie calmed me down while Tristan told me what to do, what to say, and where to do it. That night I escaped my tormentor's grasp and I was finally free. I went to prom with friends who truly cared about me. I had people watching out for me the whole time without me knowing it. I had my directors, I had my counselor, I even had my principal. Today, it's about overcoming my fear, little by little, even if it won't ever go away. It's about facing the world after you have felt ruin and finding friends and family to welcome you and care for you, no matter how broken you are.